All right, Algebra 2. We're still in Unit 2. This is Day 4 notes. It's composition of functions. If you read through this a little bit, the output of one function becomes the input of a second function. It's a two-step thing is all. You can read through this first exercise. You have a circular garden. You want to see how much it costs to cover it with topsoil. Before you do that, you have to figure out how big it is. Before you figure out how much the total cost is, you can do number 1. All right, it's just 2 steps is all it is. Stuff you've been doing, but a little bit more of it. All right, this little chart thing, your input, whatever that is, into F, that output becomes the input into G, which gives you your final answer. All right, just the notation's a little bit confusing. Some of you get hung up on that, so try to get past that. We'll see how it is. Number 2, at the bottom, given f of x is x squared minus 5, g of x is 2x plus 3. Find the value of each. All right, so they give us 2 functions, f of x, g of x. The first one, letter A, is a little bit different way of looking at things. If you've seen this before or not. This is f of g of 1. All right, just the way it looks. You start like at the inside, work your way out. So you're going to do g of 1 first. Just like we did a few days ago. G of 1 means plug a 1 in everywhere you've seen x in the g function. So it was 2x plus 3, so now it's going to be 2 times 1 plus 3. Simplify that. It's just 5. All right, that's not our final answer, though. We just did g of 1. Now I need to do f of that, so f of 5 now. All right, f is a different function, different rule. That's x squared minus 5, so it's now 5 squared minus 5. Use parentheses there if you want. You don't really need to, I guess. 25 minus 5 is 20. All right, so that's it. Fancy notation. Let's do one more, letter B. This is g of f of 2. That's how you would say it, all right? Start with the inside, though, f of 2. Let's figure out what that is. F of 2, make sure you use the correct rule. That's 2 squared minus 5, which is negative 1. We just found f of 2. Now I need to find g of that. So g of negative 1. Just using this output as my input here is all. Move it over so you can see it might help. G of negative 1 is 2 times negative 1 plus 3. Does that equal 1? That's it. All right. So you'll find one answer, use that as the input to find your second answer. These next couple are written a little bit differently, but mean the same thing pretty much. This looks like f maybe times g or something like that of negative 2. That little symbol is the composition symbol, so a little small open circle. Most of the time you're going to see it rewritten as this, though. This is f of g of negative 2. All right. Same thing written differently. Get used to all this weird notation. I'll let you finish this one. So I can find g of negative 2 first. Plug that into f, see what you get. Same thing for f. This is f of negative 1. Can you actually do that? Yeah, let's rewrite it. It looks better this way. This is f of negative 1. Same thing written differently. Let's try this one. All right, f of negative 1. We'll start at the inside. F of negative 1 is... I guess we haven't done it yet. Use your f function. Negative 1 squared minus 5. So negative 1 squared minus 5. Be careful with the parentheses. You actually do want them on this one. You're squaring all of it. So that's just 1 minus 5. Negative 4. And this is the first output. We're going to use that and plug it back into f again. As weird as that sounds. So now f of 4. All right, it's just 4 squared minus 5. And 16 minus 5 is 11. So there's your final answer for this one. All right, try that one. We'll go over that in class. Next page is more examples. Sometimes they don't give you the equation. They actually give you a graph in this case. All right, so f of x is this one. They kind of labeled it. It's over here. G of x is this upside down parabola. And same idea. Find g of f of 2. So start on the inside first. Do f of 2. Make sure you're on the f graph. F of 2 means what is the height at 2 on the x-axis. So there's 2. The height is 3. So this is going to become g of 3. All right, f of 2 was 3. What's g of 3? Go to the g graph. That's over here. What is the height at 3 on the x-axis? Right, I got 3. Not much work to do. That's about it. All right. If you want to jot more down, you could have, right? Because this f of 2 was 3. All right. How about letter B? I'll let you try letter B. Let's look at C. G of 1. All right, so let's start on the inside. G of 1. What's the height at 1? Looks like 3. So G of 1 is 3. Now I gotta do G of that, so G of 3. What's the height at 3? We already did that, didn't we? It's still 3. Unless I can't count. 1, 2, 3. Alright, looks like 3 to me. Final answer. Try letter B. Alright, number 4. The first one's gonna make you think. Still composition of functions, a little bit different. Let me see, actually see this one maybe. Number 4, they give you 2 different rules. F is this, G is this. Determine formulas in simplest form for F of G of X. They don't give us a number to plug in, just X. Right, well X is already in the equation, so that's gonna actually save you a little bit. But let's check this out. So I got G of X, yeah, it's up here, 5x plus 4. Can't simplify that anymore, right? It's already simplified. So now we're gonna do f of that. So I'm gonna do f of 5x plus 4. This gets a little bit tricky. Some people start multiplying. I don't know why. This is function notation. All right, once you get used to it, don't start multiplying those together. There's nothing like that. We're just inserting this everywhere I see an x in the f function. So f of this means plug a 5x plus 4 everywhere I see an x up here. So this is 3 times 5x plus 4 minus 2. All right, you can simplify a little bit. Simplify, distribute. What's that? 15x plus 12 minus 2. 15x plus 10. All right, that's actually going to be your answer. All right, I didn't plug a number in, so I'm not going to get a number for an answer. I got an x. That's okay. That would be your answer for letter A. All right, letter B, same idea. All right, is G of f of x. All right, different order, so it's not going to be the same answer. All right, f of x is 3x minus 2. So I'm going to do G of 3x minus 2. Essentially just plugging that in. So everywhere I see an x, I'm going to see 3x minus 2. But we're using the rule now, so this is 5 times 3x minus 2 plus 4. I'll let you finish that one, see what you get for an answer. All right, finish that one. It's not bad. You're going to have x's in your answers. That's all right. Number 5, same idea, a little bit more work. Number 5, I don't know if you guys are ready for this one or not, but we're going to try it anyway. Same idea. F has a different rule, G has a different rule, and that's x minus 5, I guess. Find f of g of x. So g of x is x minus 5. Can't simplify it. All right, x is already there. Now do f of that. So we're going to do f of x minus 5. Right, but the f function is a little bit messy. This is a quadratic. Everywhere I see an x, I'm going to put an x minus 5. All right, you've seen it before. It's just been a while. You're squaring a binomial. It's not x squared minus 25. Don't write that down. This is x minus 5 times x minus 5. Minus, if you want to simplify on the fly, I guess you can. That's minus 5x plus 25 plus 3. Foil this out if you haven't already. All right, you've been foiling a little bit. We'll do a lot more eventually. Minus 5x is minus 10x plus 25. Got some like terms going on here. All right, x squared minus 10 minus 5 is minus 15x. 25 plus 25 plus 3 is that 53. So f of g of x equals this. Whoops, just crossed it off. All right, it takes a little practice, get used to it. Again, be careful with this notation. You're not multiplying, you're inserting things, all right? Simplifying. It's good enough for notes.